The Chicago Bulls are gearing up for the 2024-25 season, but storm clouds are gathering. From trade rumors to contract disputes, injury concerns to developmental pressures, this team is facing a whirlwind of off-court drama. Welcome to Chicago Bulls News, your go-to source for the latest updates on the Windy City's favorite team. Today, we're diving deep into the world of the Chicago Bulls. We're going to explore some of the biggest storylines surrounding the team as we look ahead to the 2024-25 season. But more importantly, we'll be asking the question, will these storylines become major distractions for the Bulls? Before we get into it, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on the latest Bulls news and analysis. Now, let's get started. Zach LaVine's future. First up, we've got to talk about Zach LaVine. The two-time All-Star has been the subject of trade rumors for what feels like an eternity now. Despite signing a max contract extension back in 2022, LaVine's name continues to pop up in trade discussions. Last season, LaVine averaged 25.8 points per game, showcasing his elite scoring ability. But questions persist about his fit with the team and whether he can be the centerpiece of a championship contender. Sources close to the team have hinted that the front office might be more open to moving LaVine this year than ever before. Teams like the New York Knicks and Los Angeles Lakers have reportedly shown interest. The big question is, how will LaVine handle these constant rumors? Will it affect his on-court performance? And perhaps more importantly, how will it impact team chemistry? Remember, we saw how disruptive trade rumors were for the Brooklyn Nets a few years back with Kevin Durant. It's not hard to imagine a similar scenario unfolding in Chicago if this situation isn't handled carefully. DeMar DeRozan's contract situation. Next up, we need to talk about DeMar DeRozan. The veteran forward is entering the final year of his contract, and there's been no word yet on an extension. DeRozan has been a model of consistency since joining the Bulls, averaging over 26 points per game in each of the last 3 seasons. His leadership and clutch performances have been crucial for this team. But at 35 years old, there are questions about how much longer DeRozan can maintain this level of play. The Bulls front office faces a tough decision. Do they offer an extension to keep their star player happy, potentially overpaying for his decline years? Or do they risk letting him play out his contract, which could lead to tension and uncertainty throughout the season? This situation has the potential to become a major distraction, especially if contract talks drag on or if DeRozan feels undervalued. We've seen how contract disputes can impact team dynamics before. Just look at the James Harden saga in Philadelphia last year. Lonzo Ball's health. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, Lonzo Ball's knee. It's been over 2 years since Ball last played in an NBA game, and his absence has left a gaping hole in the Bulls lineup. The latest reports suggest that Ball is making progress in his rehabilitation, but there's still no clear timeline for his return. This uncertainty creates a challenging situation for both the team and Ball himself. For the Bulls, they need to plan for a season potentially without their starting point guard while also staying flexible enough to reintegrate him if he does return. For Ball, the pressure to come back and live up to his contract must be immense. The constant questions about Ball's status could become a major distraction for the team. Every press conference, every practice, there will likely be questions about Lonzo's progress. How will this affect team morale? And what happens if Ball does return mid-season? Will there be tension as he tries to reclaim his starting spot? Patrick Williams' development. Shifting gears a bit, let's talk about Patrick Williams. The former 4th overall pick is entering a crucial year in his development. After showing flashes of potential but struggling with consistency, many Bulls fans are wondering if this is the year Williams finally puts it all together. The pressure on Williams to take a leap forward is immense. With LaVine and DeRozan not getting any younger, the Bulls desperately need Williams to emerge as a reliable third option. But what if he doesn't? What if Williams continues to be inconsistent? The patience of fans and possibly even teammates could wear thin. We've seen how the pressure of being a high draft pick can weigh on young players before. Just look at how Markelle Fultz struggled in Philadelphia under similar scrutiny. The Bulls coaching staff will need to manage Williams' development carefully to ensure it doesn't become a point of tension within the team. Coaching hot seat. Speaking of job security, we need to talk about head coach Billy Donovan. While Donovan has generally done a solid job since taking over in 2020, the lack of playoff success is becoming hard to ignore. If the Bulls struggle out of the gate this season, don't be surprised if Donovan's name starts popping up on coaches on the hot seat lists. This kind of speculation can be incredibly distracting for a team. Players might start to tune out a coach they think won't be around long term. We might see disagreements over playing time or strategy become more public. And every losing streak will amplify calls for a coaching change. The Bulls' leadership will need to either squash these rumors quickly or make a decisive move. A lingering question mark over the head coach's future is the last thing this team needs. The pressure to win now. Lastly, we need to talk about the overall pressure facing this Bulls team. It's been 25 years since Michael Jordan led the Bulls to their last championship. For a franchise with such a storied history, this title drought is becoming increasingly difficult to bear. The current core of LaVine, DeRozan, and Nikola Vucevic isn't getting any younger. There's a palpable sense that the window for this group to contend is closing rapidly. This pressure to win now could lead to hasty decisions. We might see the Bulls mortgage their future for short-term gains. Players might start pressing, trying to do too much individually instead of playing within the system. We've seen how this win-now pressure can backfire before. Look at how the Timberwolves panicked and overpaid for Rudy Gobert, a move that set their franchise back years. The Bulls will need to find a way to balance their short-term goals with their long-term vision, all while managing the expectations of a hungry fan base. So, there you have it, Bulls fans. 7 major storylines that could potentially become significant distractions for the team in the 2024-25 season. From Zach LaVine's trade rumors to DeMar DeRozan's contract situation, from Lonzo Ball's health to Patrick Williams' development, and from front office stability to coaching questions and the overall pressure to win, the Bulls have a lot on their plate. The big question is, how will they handle it all? Can they keep the focus on basketball and block out the noise? Or will these off-court issues seep into their on-court performance? One thing's for sure, it's going to be an interesting season in Chicago. As always, we'll be here to break it all down for you. What do you think, Bulls Nation? Which of these storylines worries you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Bulls content. See you next time.